We are back! And by we, I mean... Hi, everybody! I'm just going to dance this bump around until you all get up in the comments. Hi! Okay. I'm out of breath. Woo! Hi, everyone. I'm literally sweating. I hope you all enjoyed that semi-professional dance situation. Hi, AC. This is like such a fun reunion. Seeing everybody. Hi, Katie. Hi, Sienna. Okay, I did get it. I really got it. And can we just all take a moment? Hi, Tamika. I'm so happy to see everybody. I'm giving you like the biggest, most un-COVID friendly virtual hugs right now. I am breathing in all of your faces right now. Mostly because I am breathing heavily just from that dance performance. Hi, Carrie. Oh my God, I missed you all so much too. I've been so excited all day. I feel like this is such a festive reunion. That's why I'm wearing such a festive garment featuring, oh my God, Jordana, thank you, featuring cutouts. Ladies and gentlemen, no one needs like a sexy peekaboo of an 8-month pregnant belly, but tonight, I am giving you one, because that's the kind of night it's gonna be. Oh my God, I have missed you. Oh, it feels like, sorry, I'm just getting everything adjusted. It feels like a trimester since our last live. And I actually think that technically it might be. I am well into my 3rd trimester. In my opinion, I am very large. Whenever I say something like that, everyone's like, no, you look great. And like, it's very sweet. It means a lot to hear that, but I just feel huge. You know the feeling. I just feel large, not just in my bump, in my face, I have a sloppy bosom. You know what I mean? Like, I've never had a sloppy bosom in my life. I've had a tight 5. I don't know what that means. I've had a tight situation, and now it's just like flopping. I had to put a safety pin here because God forbid one of these milkmaids just pop right out. It's just, I'm feeling large from head to toe, and I'm getting way too close to having this baby, and I really, really wanted to catch up. I have some big updates for you about, this person. I want to tell you all about New Momhood is season 4, which is where I have been, and I want to answer all of your pregnancy questions and beyond. So throw them in the comments. It's like a catch-up sesh. And I just want you to know that right before I was like, oh, I'm going to need water. I ran to the kitchen right before the live and I grabbed this water bottle. And then I realized it's vodka. I just grabbed a 2-4 of vodka for tonight's live. So this one's going to be good. And this is all vodka. Svedka, sponsor me. My first question is to all of you. Real, earnest, genuine question. Tell me in the comments, please. To all of my Ontario mom friends, you are back in lockdown. Is that right? Your kids are back at home. I am so sorry. I can't even imagine how deflating that is. Like, you pushed through the first lockdown. You did whatever you had to do to just get through that second lockdown. But this is like nobody is ready or able to cope with this. I can't imagine how exhausting and just how discouraging you feel. I want to know from you. Tell me in the comments. We'll throw some up. How are you doing? Christina says, yes, lockdown. Kirsten says, yes, correct. Oh my God. It sucks ass. Well, thank you, Victoria. That's very eloquently put. I think we could probably all relate. That fucking sucks ass, everybody. I'm so sorry. Honestly, boo to the lockdowns. Ugh. So here's what we wanted to do to make you feel a little better. And knowing that you're going to be at home for a little bit longer, we thought for this week's New Mom Who Dis giveaway on Instagram, we would give away, oh, hang on, really need to get back on the sound effect game. A cushy couch! My cushy couch is, I've just noticed, in the corner of the frame. We have one. We love it. We're like, my children are obsessed with our cushy couch. They build it, they jump on it, like every 30 seconds. It's like, look, mommy. And I'm like, oh, you jumped half a centimeter off the floor onto the cushy couch again. But they love it. They're obsessed. If you haven't gone on to enter, you must, because it is like the most coveted item of the whole last year. Moms were literally like selling their bodies for these couches. Yes, Marike says these couches are the poop emoji. They really are. So get on the cushy couch. That's like my hope for you, is that you all win a cushy couch, or at least something from our Mompreneur Monday giveaways on the New Mom Who Dis Instagram page. We linked it below if you haven't entered yet. We also, just side note, have like truly incredible stuff up on the New Mom Who Dis website right now. There's a column called I Didn't Instantly Connect with My Baby. It's getting huge traction, and I think it's because so many moms can relate to like that postpartum depression or inability to connect. Like it's an amazing column. There's also a column up about raising a neurodiverse child that's really relatable and beautifully written. So make sure you check out newmomwhodis.com. I'm going to drop some fire on there next week. Just putting out fire. Thank you. Fire. Can you see that Sam and my producer, we haven't done a live in a while. We're back. We're on the emojis. We're on the sound effects. We're out of breath. We're going. And I'm seeing you all in the comments. Oh, it makes me feel so good. So the reason that I haven't been able to go live these last few weeks or month, I don't know how long, it feels like it's been an eternity, is that we have been shooting New Mom Who Dis season 4, like a proper in the world, in the wild season, all while I have been 8 months pregnant. I just have a question for you and myself. Who decides to shoot a season of a show that will live on the internet forever? 8 months pregnant. Who goes, you know what? There's literally never going to be a more uncomfortable or unflattering time in my life to shoot this season. So I'm going to do it now. Right now, just load me up. Let's do it. Honestly, that's nice, Amy. Thanks. It was kind of what I was going for. Or like a 70s, like a pregnant in the 70s Studio 54 vibe. Thank you. So we shot the whole thing very pregnant. And, the reason being is that in Los Angeles, a lot of the population has been vaccinated. So a lot of people, celebrities, guests were way more comfortable with appearing. Production is opening up. Myself and my crew had to get COVID tests in between shoot days. So we would shoot one day on, COVID test, shoot another day. And we were able to do it. And I don't want to give it all away because I want to roll it out. It's a limited season. So we have 8 episodes we're going to roll out, but just a few highlights, just so you know what's coming. A very hard-hitting episode with some of the biggest icons on the planet. I don't want to tell you everyone, but ladies and gentlemen, no big deal. The Little Mermaid appears. She appears on season 4. And I did hijack her costume because you know what? Clearly, I have life dreams of looking like a mermaid. The mermaid episode is good, Ashley. It's good. Because guess what? I have some fucking questions for the Little Mermaid about her life choices, about her breath. I mean, everything. There were no limits. Also, this is, it's kind of a big deal, but we did have an exclusive with Elmo, ladies and gentlemen. Elmo appears on New Mom Hooters season 4. First the Prime Minister, now Elmo. And I have questions for Elmo, primarily about a book called Potty Time with Elmo that I have been forced to read to my children for the past few years. That is honestly it's a giant piece of shit. It's a really bad book. And I got to ask the author, Elmo, all about it. So that is one episode. I also did an episode with, thank you so much, Kirsten. I am. Like Oprah got Meghan Markle, I got Elmo. And guess what? He turned Oprah down. So he came to me with the exclusive. I also did an in-depth sit-down with sexologist Shan Boudram, in which I was forced to discuss pregnancy sex positions in a very graphic way. I mean, vibrators were pulled out, photos were shown. It's one of the most uncomfortable I've ever been on camera. And you know how uncomfortable I was talking about how to talk to our kids about sex. Can you imagine how I felt having someone tell me how to have sex like this? It was truly scarring, but I can't wait for you to see that. Yeah, that's going to be good. She also answered some of our viewer questions, some of your questions, and your questions were, someone asked about anal, and I was like, is this the right, are my mom friends? I am not here to judge. I'm just here to be impressed. So that's coming up. Victoria, no. I don't want to talk about it. She showed me diagrams of heavily pregnant women having sex. It was, will never get it out of my mind as long as I shall live. We also went to, just one more episode I'll tell you about, we went to LA's and probably North America's preeminent maternity modeling agency. And I earnestly applied to be a maternity model because why not make a little cash off this bump, Why not just take some pics, make some money? It didn't go as well as I had hoped. This is the head of the modeling agency coaching me on bump positions. I had to do several photo shoots in several different looks. One of them was an ethereal look that, as you can see, I was not Coco Rocha. I'll tell you that much. After that shoot, I was convinced to do a nude photo shoot. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not showing you a preview of that because it's too uncomfortable. I was in the edit today watching my male editor comb through footage of my naked pregnant body. And to tell you I was uncomfortable is an understatement. So that is all coming up on season 4 of New Mom Hooters. I'm excited and also terrified for you all to see it. Oh, but it's coming really soon. And it just felt so good to be back out in the world, being, doing what I love to do and being funny and talking to real people, not on Zooms. And so I'm so excited for you to see it. And I didn't have to set up my own ring lights, which, let's be honest, is all that I wanted out of this life. Because every Wednesday I haul out my ring lights and I get my little microphone set up for you. And it's exhausting. So at least I had some people on board, to help me, look presentable-ish. We also happened to shoot, this is why I'm just such a dumb mom, because we scheduled the whole shoot many months in advance. And then I realized 3 days before that my kids were on spring break. I'm sorry. This is my first time as a mom with children in school. I didn't know 3-year-olds have spring break. I didn't know it was a thing where it's 15 days of no school And on top of that, I'm shooting full days. Our beloved nanny, who we had part-time, she would occasionally appear in the background of these lives, Julie, she decided to go back to college full-time. We love her, but like, oh my God. So we had no nanny. I'm shooting every day. It's spring break. All the other kids and parents have like plans and are like going to do fun family activities. And I was like, I didn't even know it was spring break. I took vodka out of the fridge. I didn't even know it wasn't. I don't know what's going on. Was I supposed to know? And at school, the teachers came to me, 15 days summer, thank you. The teachers came to me and they were like, we have these, circle discussions, and your Rio and Dre don't seem to know if they have any spring break plans. Have you talked to them about it? And I was like, no, bitch, I didn't even know there was spring break. Our plans are to like find a way to keep them alive for 15 days. So we called in like the D team. I hope they're not watching. I know sometimes my father does watch, but there's two people in our lives who live in the close enough to us who have been vaccinated fully. One is my father, who is vaccinated because he's a senior citizen and also has a tendency to read the newspaper instead of watch the children. And then Evan's father, who also lives close enough, but like never watched the children on his own in his whole life. We were just like every day throwing them at a like grandpa's and hoping for the best. You do what you have to do. So I feel for everybody who has you're still on spring break. Like, tell me what's going on with you. The spring break has been extended. It's like, I was just very happy when spring break was over. I was celebrating. That's it. It was a rough one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we told you it would be an Ask Me Anything of epic proportions because I am back and bigger than ever. So I am here to answer all of your questions. I know I've been posting lately and people are like, have a million questions. So I just thought we would get them all out of the way. I'll answer them all openly, honestly. You know how it is. And we got a bunch on Instagram that we pulled, and then we're also looking in the comments at yours. So let's do it. Let's answer your questions. Just going to have a sip of vodka. Here we go. All right. Guys, getting this one a lot. When are you due, boy or girl? Okay, so I told you when we first announced it that we are not finding out the sex of this baby. I still don't know the sex of this baby. A lot of people are like, yeah, but right? Like, you're not telling people, but I'm like, no, I don't know. Have you met me? If I know something, I tell everybody. I don't keep secrets. But we don't know. And we're having a really hard time with it. And I'm going to write a column next week on newmomhoodist.com about it because it's been really hard. Tell me in the comments, did you find out the sex of your baby? Did you not? Did you like the experience? Because everybody who told me like, oh, it's one of the greatest surprises of life. Oh, you should really wait till the delivery to find out is full of shit. You're full of shit. It's not fun. It's not exciting. It's awful. It's hard to connect with the baby. It's hard to visualize the baby. It's not that I'm going to paint a nursery pink or raise the child in hair bows. I just find it really difficult to not know. Am I terrible for saying that? Found out for both and I love knowing before. Yes, Lisa. Yes. I'm with you. I don't know why I have made this decision and it's too late to go back now. I found out for both. I'd have gone nuts otherwise. And Colleen, good for you. I think it's a strong move to just be able to admit I wanted to know. I found out. I'm happy I did. Because here's what I have come to believe. And tell me if I'm wrong, but I really do believe that childbirth is so exciting and full of surprises. And like you're seeing a human that's come out of your body for the first time. You don't need more surprises. I don't know why I thought like, with the boys, we found out everything. Let's just do it this way. It's really hard. With twins, you find out that, thank you, Andrea. Oh my God, please. With our twins, after finding out it was identical twins, and like literally blacking out at the doctor's office, I was like, I don't need any more surprises. I got my surprise. I want to know sex. I want to know hair color. I didn't need to know everything. But this one, we thought like, this is the last hurrah. Let's just try it this way. And we hate it. So I'll just tell you right now, it has not been good. Tamika, we found it out on our own and kept it to ourselves. That's kind of nice because then you get the added bonus of like people around you being excited to find out. And someone told me after I wrote my column about, how lonely it has been to be pregnant in a pandemic and how no one really cares about your second pregnancy. Someone said like, people care if they don't know the sex because people are obsessed with boy, girl, boy, girl. So like, that's what will get people rallying around and excited for your baby. And it's sad that I have to like find a hook to make my own friends and family excited about my baby, but I kind of do. So I like that, Tamika. Okay, so that's the answer to that question. And then the when are you due question is, it's like, I have never announced a date, and I don't, because of my twin pregnancy was so traumatic with due date. We were given a due date. We were told we could be 8 weeks before that due date. Then we were 6 weeks. It was like the due date was so irrelevant to when the boys came. And so with this one, I don't want to put a due date out there. I just feel like weird, but it's really, how about this? My due date is really fucking soon. Spring. June. It's June. I can't keep secrets from you, but I would never like put that. But it's in June, which is really soon. But also like I'm so huge, and I feel like how am I going to get bigger? Like, oh, all right, okay. Next question. Talk to me about having a baby in your later 30s, 37. Thank you very much. We want a second, but if the doc calls it a geriatric pregnancy, I might slap him. Amy, it's a geriatric pregnancy. When you're 35, it's a geriatric pregnancy. And with my twins, I was 34 and I had them less than a month after I turned 35. And the whole pregnancy, they called it a geriatric pregnancy. And for like 8 months, I was like, I'm 34. And they'd be like, okay. So because of the geriatric, and I was like, 34. But because I birthed them in that like little window where I was 35, it was deemed geriatric. Here's what I'll say about being a geriatric person. In Los Angeles, my doctor told me that at 37, I am the median age for pregnancies in Los Angeles. So no big deal, you guys. I'm in the middle of the age range. That means that there are women in their 40s and 50s having children, and not that many women in like their early 20s having children, at least in this city. And I'm sure it's the same in like the metro areas where you are. So that made me feel really good. But the other thing with having a geriatric pregnancy is you get to get all the tests done that you might not have otherwise. Like you have to get all the genetic testing. And while it is scary, it is sort of nice to know. They need to change the damn name. Meg, thank you. Someone told me it was like there was a different name that someone said to me one time, and I was like, it is what it is. Listen, would a geriatric person wear a maternity dress with cutouts? I don't think so. Next question. This is fun. Woo! It's probably because I'm so drunk. Oh, that's so nice. How are you, Jessi? Like, really, how are you? That's really nice. That was from Instagram. Thank you. I don't even know because no one's really asked me. I'm freaking out a bit. I'm just going to wipe the sweat from my mustache. I'm really nervous. I guess I thought that as this got more real, and it's real, I would start feeling better and more comfortable with the idea of having a third child, 3 children. And if I'm being totally honest, I'm not yet. I don't feel ready. The closer it gets, the more terrified I am. And I don't know if that's normal or natural with, especially with like a second or third baby. I just don't know how I'm going to handle it all. That's the really honest truth. And like, I do have emotional breakdowns, I would say at least once or twice a week. And my husband, he finds them very romantic. He really loves it when I just walk into a room crying, which happens a lot. But I don't feel ready. Is that bad? Should I delete this so this baby doesn't see it? It's not that I don't want the baby. It's not that I'm not going to be obsessed with the baby and think it's the best decision I ever made. It's just that right now I'm like really afraid. And my kids are just wild and we haven't had childcare and we've been, like just surviving and trying to get through it all. And so the idea of bringing someone else into the mix is pretty scary. So that's how I'm doing, I guess. I'm sorry, is that a bad answer? Is that like a depressing answer? It's how I feel. Thank you for asking, though. It really does mean a lot. It means so much when I get to just sit with you all and like check in with you all. It means a lot. Next question. Do you like, this is from Instagram. Do you like being a redhead? Do you want a redhead baby? I married a redhead, but I didn't have one. Oh my God. I am so sorry for you. That is, to marry a redhead and not even get a redheaded baby out of it. Like, what was even the point? I love being a redhead. I did not as a child. I have told this story before. I did one time try to dye my hair blonde using kitchen spices and finesse mousse. And I was sent home from school because my hair smelt so bad. Like curry powder, mustard marinated on my head. Thought I would wake up like a ethereal blonde, and I just woke up smelling like chicken marinade. But now I do like being a redhead, and I really wish that my boys had red hair. Like I really wished my boys would have been redheads, but Evan has those strong ass Latino genes and they just canceled everything out. But I'm hoping this one will be a redhead. I'm putting redheaded vibes into the universe. And honestly, technology has come so far, I don't know why they can't tell me if it's a redhead or not. Okay? Please. Pretty sure none of us redheads enjoyed it as kids, right? Ducky120. Hi, I missed you. Ugh, all these familiar names, faces, icons. No one likes being a redhead as a kid, but like, I wish, oh my God, if this kid comes out like pasty, freckly, and ginger, I will be celebrating. Whew. When Rio and Dre were born, they were so bronzed. I thought, like, my God, I married a man who is South American, and he birthed me these like bronzed, dark-haired, blue-eyed gods. And then the doctor was like, they're highly jaundiced and they'll have to go under the Billy Rubin lights immediately. And so all my fantasies were wiped away, and my children are basically see-through. Next question. How did you know it was right when you met Evan? Oh, we're getting real personal. Okay. How did you know it was right when you met Evan? Who made the first move? Well, Evan and I met, I think you know this story. He was a young up-and-coming editor in New York City. I had just graduated from university, and MTV was looking for hosts. And my dad was living in New York City. I was visiting my dad, and I mentioned to him that I wanted to make a demo tape. And he was like, oh, my friend has a production company. Let's go see if she'll help you out. So I like knocked on the door at like 23 years old to this production company in Times Square in New York City. And Evan opened the door and was like, "Who the fuck are you?" And I was like, "Could you help me with my demo tape?" And he was like, "It's Friday. No." And then I'm pretty sure I was wearing like a 2006, like a 2006-esque poor boy hat, like a Janet Jackson Poetic Justice, like a train conductor hat, you know, the kind of hat I was wearing. I'm pretty sure I like worked my train conductor hat on him, and he was like, "Okay, I'll help you." So he helped me make my MTV demo tape. And that was the first time I had ever done any kind of like, I don't know, I'd been on camera in front of anyone, let alone a stranger. And he was like so supportive, and he thought it was so funny. And like, that's how we sort of instantly connected, is I had to be vulnerable in front of this stranger. And I thought that he was some like wealthy, successful producer in New York City. I didn't know he was like fucking minimum wage, living in a tiny apartment trying to make it. So we were both in the same position in life. And I think that's a really great place to start in a relationship, is when you're both, oh, thanks, Meg, when you're both like trying to figure it out. We talked about this when we talked about the David Foster relationship with like 75-year-old man, 30-something-year-old woman. Like, it's just hard when you're not going through life in the same stages. So Evan and I really have gone through life in the same stages. And we just realized that we're celebrating like our 14th or 15th year anniversary together, which is wild. I mean, that's a long ass time to be together. So there you go. We're getting real personal tonight. Woo! What else do you want to know? Stephanie, do you have any advice for first-time pregnancies? It's early and I'm so nervous. Stephanie, yay! Let's get you a large crowd sound effect. That's amazing. Okay. First of all, just like do your best. I know we're in a pandemic. I know there's a lot going on. I know it's probably not how you imagined your pregnancy to be, but do your best to enjoy it, because the second pregnancy, I'm speaking to you as like an old ass geriatric hag. The second pregnancy, you don't take it all in the same way. And I really look back at my first and I like relish how into the fruit size I was and how much I was tracking it and how excited I was by everything that was changing and growing. And so just enjoy that and like take so many pictures, because you will think you will look at them now and be like, oh, but you will look back on them and think that it's amazing. Like that's what I would say. And yeah, enjoy the pregnancy. Enjoy the pregnancy. And when you have time, okay, this is my last piece of pregnant advice. And by the way, let's all drop our pregnant advice for first-time pregnant Stephanie in the comments, because I think we can all contribute here. This is a team effort. But Stephanie, here's what else I would say. I read so much stuff about being pregnant. I had my like what to expect while you're pregnant and your symptoms in your body, and that's great. But I wish I had spent like 50% of that time reading about what to do when you have the baby. Because by the time the baby got there, I had all these books about having a baby, and I didn't have time to read books about having the baby while I had the babies. So like, as you're getting closer, I would say learn and prepare for the babies while you have the time. Does that make sense? Yeah. It's a great question. Congratulations. Anyone have comments for Stephanie? Advice? First pregnancy was so nice and relaxed. Trish is coming back in with the sex. Trish, I don't know the sex. I'm not keeping it a secret. I swear to God, I don't know. And I wish I did. Trust your own instinct, says Jennifer Rose. There's a lot of advice. It's so hard to listen to them all. Yeah, don't listen to anyone's advice. Oh my God, please. It's your body. And by the way, don't listen to anyone who says you're so big, you're so small, you're so that like it's a boy, it's a girl. Like these people are full of shit. They just don't know what else to say. So like, just trust that your own body is taking care of it and that you're doing as best you can. And yeah, try to enjoy it. Epidurals are great. It's like wearing the most comfortable pair of pants, says Amy. Amy, I completely agree. While we may not be finding out the sex of this baby, we're definitely getting an epidural, because that was great. I have no regrets about not feeling. Someone was like, but don't you want like one chance in life to feel the magic of childbirth? And I was like, I felt the magic of childbirth for like 5 contractions before they got that needle in my back. And I didn't like the way it felt. So allow me to bend over and stick it in me. The epidural. We all know how the pregnancy happened. Okay, let your birth plan be flexible because it might not go as planned. Oh my God, yes, Rebecca. Birth plan, please. I had like a whole birth plan written out, and the doctor literally was like, well, none of this is going to happen. So I would not focus too much on the birth plan. That's for sure. Enjoy the first glass of wine, champs, beer, whatever. You deserve it. Wait, who's this for? Me? Who's enjoying the wine? The other pregnant woman, Stephanie, or me? Because I wish. I wish. I used to have like little sips now and again, and now I'm like, I should really lay off. I gotta be careful. Okay, one more question. Our final question, ladies and gentlemen, make it a good one. This is gonna be a glamorous one. This is from Instagram. What are you most scared of postpartum? My answer: shitting. Guys, are we about to get really real for a second? Because that first postpartum poo will haunt me for the rest of my days. No one tells you this, Stephanie. Everyone tells you to enjoy, relax, take pictures. No one tells a first-time pregnant woman you're not going to be able to take a shit. And it's going to be deeply traumatic. And you are going to want to push something out, but you can't because you don't want to rip. It's a whole thing. And it is awful. It was like Evan watched me push 2 babies out of my loins, and he is still most scarred by my screams in the night trying to poo. So I have plans to talk to my doctor about not the birth plan. This time, no birth plan. Post-birth shit plan. Am I taking laxatives? Am I bringing packs of Fig Newtons to the hospital? How are we going to make this work this time? I don't care what you do with my placenta. I don't care what we do with the juice on the baby and the cord cutting. Like, the birth plan, out the window. The shit plan, need to figure it out. Because that was traumatic. Trish says, they gave me meds to make me go, and I almost shat my diaper twice. Trish, what meds? Send them to me now. I would sooner shit my diaper than go through the hell of what I went through, which involved a plastic bag on my hand. It was so bad after the first, but pooping after baby number 2 was much easier. Oh my God, Rebecca, this is encouraging. This is why we share this dialogue here on New Mom Huda's Live, because it's really helpful. Dulcolax is your friend. So you can take doctors. You guys know, you're my doctors, professional. Can you take laxatives after childbirth? These are important questions that I need you, the medical community, to answer. OMG, when the nurses kept asking if you've gone yet, like, bitch, please, did you see what just happened to me? Cassandra, I will tell you that I virtually threatened the life of an innocent young nurse at the hospital when she told me she was taking my catheter out. I was like, no, you are not. I will hunt down your friends and your family if you get close to this catheter. In fact, I enjoyed the catheter so much. There have been times during this pregnancy where I've actually Googled, can you insert a home catheter? Really, honestly, made my life a lot easier and frankly, a lot more enjoyable. Is this too much information? A lady this poised in a dress this glamorous should not be talking about peeing and pooing in catheters, is the text I'm going to get from my mother after this live. My first poop made me go into full gallbladder attack. It was that bad. Oh my God. See? No one tells you this, Stephanie. No one tells you. The afterbirth is so gnarly and you don't even get a cute baby after. Like if I could shit and there was just a cute baby floating in the toilet, it would have made the experience much better. But that didn't happen. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's our Ask Me Anything Pregnancy Update Edition. Woo! That was fun. Cheers. Oh my gosh, that was fun. So, we usually end with a game, but today I just wanted to do an update. We'll play a game next time, but I do want to end with a high note, on a high note, technical term. So you tell me in the comments. I know we're going through a lockdown in Ontario. I know we have a slow vaccine rollout happening. I know there's a lot of tough and challenging things happening, but let's all try to reach deep within our Studio 54 garments and pull out something positive, something good that happened with you, with your kid, anything, and tell me in the comments and we'll celebrate it. All right. I am going to go first, as is tradition here on New Momhood is Live. So I think a lot of us have been bummed that we have been missing our kids' milestones because of this pandemic. Oh, Sam, what's going on? My microphone? Is my microphone screwed? Oh, hang on. I'm going to fix it. Did I fix it? Yes. Sorry, you guys. Sometimes my microphone just gets possessed by, I'm back. So we're ending on a high note. My high note is I know a lot of moms have, it's been challenging because we've been missing those milestones with our kids, school, plays, going to see our kids do a concert, whatever. At my boys' preschool, they do these little sings, these little concerts, and we haven't been able to go see them. So they've been putting them out for us, creating videos. Don't tell anyone at the school I said this. The videos do look like they've been filmed on a VHS camcorder from 1987, but it's not the production value here that I'm interested in. It's the children singing. So my boys do their spring sing, and it's fascinating because you get to watch them with all their little classmates and they're singing all the songs. They're wearing their little masks. And and at the end of every song, my children, Rio and Dre, would walk up to the camera and pose. None of the other children were doing this. They were all sitting back in their chairs. And I wish I could show you the video, but it's clearly a confidential preschool video. But I screenshotted that just for you. The end of every song, the Rainbow song, Rockin' Robin song, my children would get up out of their seats and walk to the camera. And can we see that one more time? Just a casual pose. So that is my high note of the week. The joy that I got out of that I was those are my boys. Those are my boys. What is your high note? Let's see them. Throw them up on the screen. Erin Gilbert got her vaccine today. Erin Garbett, yes. That's so major. It's so major. I'll talk. I shared a lot on the gram about mine, but I'll talk more about it. Not related, but you asked for good things, Erica. Tomorrow is my last chemo treatment, Erica. Oh my gosh! Congratulations! And I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh God, I can't even imagine. Oh my God, here I am complaining about shitting postpartum, and there are people who are going through a lot more challenging things, and that's always important for us to all remember, I think, to put it in perspective. But Erica, that's amazing news. Congratulations. Okay, what is next? Tamika, my toddler ate chicken and didn't spit it out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But Tamika, what did you tell your toddler the chicken was? Because, you know, sometimes you can use other words to describe foods. Like if you ask my kids, what does broccoli do? They will tell you it makes you very strong. Okay. Oh, Jackie, my son told me I'm his best friend today. That's so cute. Do you know that I tell my sons every day, you're my best friend, you're my best friend, and they've never said the same to me. So that's lovely. That's beautiful. Okay, one more high note. Let's see it. Lockdown means I have a lot of time to lay around and watch the baby move around in my belly. It's equally freaky and incredible. Carrie, oh my gosh, me too. Like, this baby, I should tell you, is like I mean, there are so many differences between twin and singleton pregnancy. I saw somebody ask me about that on Instagram, but like one of the physical differences is that my boys were so tightly squished up in here. I didn't feel them that often, like occasionally a kick here, kick there. This baby is like, it's like Meg the Stallion twerking in my belly 24 hours a day, like full blown kicking, punching. Last night I actually filmed the baby moving. I'm going to post it only for you guys because it's like wild. So that has been really, really fun about this second pregnancy. Just like having one baby in there that I can actually feel it's pretty great. And this, even just doing this live has made me more excited about it. And I give you all full credit to that. Thank you for always like being here with such hilarious energy, positive energy, supportive vibes. I'm so, so grateful for this community and just like for these lives and for all of you. You are when I say mom friends, like you're my literal mom friends. Who else am I hanging out with? Let's be honest. It's you on Wednesdays. And I'm so happy to be back. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We're going out with, I just can't stop listening to this song. And even though she talks about pussies, etc., I still play it in front of my children. That's my confession to end the night. I'm into it, okay? And sometimes you can't find the centered version, so we'll just go with it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back live soon. I will keep you all, I'm going to start doing regular pregnancy updates on New Momhood on Instagram and on Facebook, so I will see you all there. And thanks so much. This was so much fun. Have the best night. And keep up those high notes. Bye, everybody.